So Google is working to bring mobile gaming to PC, and they've released the beta version of their Google Play games. I've received my email and downloaded this and given it a shot, so let's take a look. Now, as soon as I clicked on my link in my email, I was able to go over to the page here to download the beta. I think anyone can do this. I'm not sure if you had to get the email or not. It's only available in a few countries right now, but anyways, I can click on this and go ahead and download the Google Play Games client here onto my PC. Now, when it goes to launch, if you get this pop-up that warns you about needing hardware virtualization, so you can't run this, it means you need to have your CPU virtualization turned on in your BIOS. Now, this is a new motherboard, and it was turned off for me by default. But go in, for me, this is the SVM mode on this motherboard, but whatever your CPU virtualization is, make sure that's on, and then you'll be able to launch Google Play Games here. All right, so this is just the main homepage, and you've got your different genres, some recently added, and that type of thing. And from my understanding, it's about 50 games on here right now. And what I was reading, they said they're working with their partners to optimize these games for PC. So I've only tried a couple so far, but I've definitely run into some hitches and issues when it comes to Asphalt, Legends, and a few little hiccups in 1945. But I'll go through and try more games soon as well. There's not very many here that I'm used to jumping into, but I'm sure they'll be adding more. Now, I'll go ahead and click on Asphalt here, and you'll get your normal game page here. We'll go ahead and click Install for that. And I wanted to go ahead and check out Genshin on here, but really it's just going to be me going to the web page and installing it, and then it's going to show up in my Windows Start menu like normal. They say this is during the beta period, so I guess once this comes out of beta, maybe it can just be added right here to the client. That's what I wanted, so I kind of skipped on that for now and went over to 1945 just to download and install something else and see what that would look like here on the desktop. So anyways, you can see right here where your downloads are at. You've got your different options in your account you can go into, your library with very small icons here for all the screen space that's available. Not a big fan of the UI right now, but again, we are only in beta, so that's fine. But definitely I'd like to see this stuff fleshed out a little bit more for the UI. But jumping into Asphalt now that it's downloaded, if you hit Shift Tab, you'll get this menu here for exiting your game and full screen and your controls for that game and that type of thing. So that's Shift Tab, and everything here does need to be done with mouse and keyboard because there's no controller support. So I'll go into this game's options, and we'll have our different camera views, and we will have visual quality here. So default, performance, high quality, all of them have given me some stutter and some problems here running them. And as far as controls, like I was saying, it's only keyboard and mouse controls for all the games right now. I would like to see them add the controller support later on. Now, when we get into Asphalt, like I was talking about, sometimes the performance felt pretty good, whether I was in a default or high performance or whatever, but you can see here, we do get some major hiccups and hitches and stutters in the game. I reran the courses a couple of times to see if it would pretty much react the same way, and it does appear to. Again, this all being beta, I'm sure it will get worked on, but since they did say they're optimizing these games for PC and trying to get them to run better here, they definitely still have some work to do. As I've played many different races here, I kind of came across the same little performance hitches and problems, although I did have some times where it was pretty smooth, didn't give me too much trouble. Now, something like 1945 here, I just kind of wanted to check out and see what it looked like on the desktop, and unfortunately for me, it's just kind of like the skinny screen in the middle here, which I did mostly expect because I know this being a mobile game, but I'd like to see some full screen borders or something happening, you know, maybe some artwork on the sides, and just kind of make it a little bit better experience. But again, this is just beta, this just started, and the UI is just not great all around in my opinion, and the game performance does need some work, but I'll definitely be checking out some other games. Not totally sure where all Google is going here, but they definitely are wanting to get mobile gaming moved over to the PC, and I'm wondering if they're going to use some of that old Stadia tech to maybe bring some streaming games, which I think would have more potential with this app even than a lot of the mobile games. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video as always, and I'll see you in the next one.